All right, we are live. Let's try this again. I don't know if you're still with me. I'm gonna adjust my cameras real quick while you guys load up in the chat. Hooligans, thank you so much. Prime members have contributed 33 gifts. I don't even know what those gifts are, but that's cool. Yay. Okay, let's see. Let's adjust this face cam. Oh, now let's get rid of that. Okay, let me do this quick. We're gonna fix this. You guys got audio and video okay? Is it better? Let me know if it's better. That's my hope. All right, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna zoom here. Boom. Ah. And we're gonna fix exposure real quick. So I'm the same. There we go. Whoops. There. All right. Whatever reason, Streamlabs is a piece of poo today. All right. Audio and video are good. Okay, let's hope that stays that way. I don't know why. Let's do overhead large. We gotta adjust this. Let's see what this looks like. We might not even need. Yeah, let's adjust the cam. Overhead. We're gonna get a nice focus on this. Just 1 second here. Wait, that's exposure. I want to leave that the way it is. There we go. Oh my gosh, so pretty. That's looking good. Very pretty. All right, shall we zoom a tiny bit, or will that mess things up? There we go. Okay, let's cross our fingers. I want to just thank everybody who stuck around here for me, you guys. You just are the reason why I keep coming back, because you're awesome. All right, let's look at this wings. We're doing these wings right here, kind of trying to get the striping effect. And I noticed that we've got to get this little olive line on the edges of this brown. Thank you for subscribing, Bullos. Oh wait, Tay McNoll, thank you for subscribing. Got our first subscriber for the day. 7 months. T-A-E, I know I spelled that wrong. M-H-N-U-L. Lunch meat. Hypes. Lots of hypes, yes. All right. I am working on these little... Ooh, did you see me lean on this bird? Tell me not to lean on the bird. It's a bad idea. I'm not painting, I'm like tapping. I'm like doing little taps with the brush to try to get little tiny micro pigment here. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna look at the bird. Looking good. The next few stripes are, let's see, we're gonna mix a little bit more of this ivory with this piece right here. The more it goes around, the more it's gonna turn white. So then we're gonna add some more white. Again. Little bits of white. we go. That looks almost just like that, doesn't it? So it's a little, it turned ivory on me a little bit, but that's okay. We can go in here now. Use the schmanky white. It's a little bit more heavy body. We want it to look feathered but striped in a way. There. Because it's real contrasty. I need that white. Let me go use my white ink and see if that might be a little bit too transparent. Let's try it. Okay, I don't hate that. That looks good. I like that. All right. I hope that you guys are enjoying the stream, even though I have had technical errors all week. For the past 2 weeks I've had technical errors, and I don't know what started it. I mean, it could be anything at this point. There we go. Now there's a little spot where the two whites got connected. I can go back with my gray and erase it. Actually, I should probably just let that dry. Let's let that dry. Let's write in my grays in here. Look at my drawing. There's some brown in there. We can add some browns in some spots. We'll mix the brown with the gray over on here on some of these wings that stick out a little bit more. Is it dry yet? Still not dry. I feel like that little bits of brown striped in there are going to help it. Let's do white. This is the kind of painting, tedious painting that you do when you do a high-end level paint job. Oh, I love it though, gosh. All right, let me look at the wings. So it gets soft right around here. It gets soft right around there. So let's paint it on, then we can blend up the other colors. If it skips over a little crevice in the wing, I'm just going to let it do that. These little curves right here are real important because it bends. And then it kind of gets thinner. it kind of bends around, thickens a little bit toward the edge, and then it gets thinner, and then it thickens up a little bit again. And I do think I need to go back in with some of that brown because I think that's looking good. Are you guys okay? I'm not seeing anything in chat now. I don't know if that's me or if that's you. So this is where I'm softening that white just a little bit with that brown. Let's look again. Yeah. Yeah, all good. Awesome. Glad you guys are here. All right, let's see if I can cover up with that gray, that little bit right there. All of the spots that kind of got crowded. Yeah, that looks good. Ooh, let me. I really cannot stress references on your minis, especially stuff like this. Cannot stress it enough. And again, that kind of, am I off cam? I'm good, aren't I? There you go. Looking good. If I mess up, I see a little couple spots where I kind of went over the wing. I'm going to go fix it. I'm going to fix it with my gray, clean it up right there. Captain Madlove, you were saying I was critical, and I am critical. I want it to look good. I want it to look like this bird is going to fly away. I'm happy with this though. This back here, I didn't know if I could do, but I got a good reference finally, and that's helping me a lot. Back to doing my little tiny touches with the hatch marks. This is with the white. Ooh, too much white. So you can see the big blob of paint on the end because I stuck it in the schmanky, and schmanky is so much thicker. Also way more white. So before, I think yesterday, I was dragging my brush across and it was like not looking right. And this time I'm just painting each freaking feather individually, carefully, like a crazy person. But this time it's looking good. This time it's looking good. See, we got our stripes. I'm gonna go in with a little more black. Where did I put that black? It was, oh, you know what? Let's use transparent black. I feel like I'll get a darker, deeper, that's blue black. That's not what I want. Ow! Here's transparent black. Put a little of that on my palette. No shortcuts, exactly, no shortcuts. You're fine for, thank you for asking, good. Oh, that's Tevison, good. All right. This part. Again, no shortcuts. See if I can make that stripe a little blacker. Once I already have that white on there, so for my Australian friends in the chat, tonight is the footy final. Mike wants me to watch it with him, but I don't know if I'll be able to stay up that late. We're gonna try though. We tried to find a watch party or something, but the closest one was in Chicago, and that's not really close. Okay, I'm just doing a little bit of dark lining underneath these wings. Actually, that looks pretty good. I like that. That made it look good. Let's do it on the side too. That did help a lot for defining those wings. Just that little bit of a drop shadow. You kind of have to fake it till you make it. Fake some of the volumes there. Let's do the drop shadow under her leg as well. I like that. Yeah, that made it look like she's really sitting on it too. I'm going to go ahead in here, transparent, and just do a little wash in there because that's not going to get, okay. I don't want to use too much black or it's going to look cartoony. Let's do, whoa, cat hair. Guys, do exclamation point cat hair because I got a new command for it. Oh, there's a brush hair too. See, I put that in there. Isn't that cute? Good, good, good. Now this side had some taupe or kind of colors over here. I should do that on this side too. Like I said before, things don't have to be completely symmetrical, but we can try. Yeah, that looks actually nice. I like that. Fits. Meow. Yep. Look at that. Look at this. It's looking good. I think we need to get more brown as we go down. I think that they're not quite as bright white. I can add a little bit of that ivory to it. Do you see how my brush has the little it's a little bit splayed like that? I can use that to my advantage to create those little marks, those little micro textures. Oh yeah, that works great. I learned that from Matt pt2. I took his class on freehand and textures, and that was really fun. There we go. Okay. A bit of white. I think I need the ivory out and the ivory and the brown on this side here. Now let's look at that last wing. It looks like it's pretty bright. We can use the white on that. I'm gonna use the brown ivory. I'm doing the brown ivory first because if it looks okay, I won't need to add the white, and then I can add the white if I want to go a little bit lighter. Yeah, I do need a little bit of the white. You can kind of tell where you need it. Just feels right. See? I love it. I love it. Little birdie. Okay. I need to find chickadee tail feathers. It's not going to be a whole lot different than this, I don't think. But we'll get close. Let me see if I can look that up. Now I'm dropping frames again, guys. Hi, Robocop. How are you? We're dropping frames again. We're not I can't have a break, can't I? Let's see. Chickadee tail. There we go. Tail feathers. Good, good. Ooh, very cool. Some of them have white tails. I need to find just the right picture. How are you doing, Robocop? That's hard to say. Oh, okay. Looks like I've done it good already. We'll just add a little bit of white to some of it. There we go. Okay, I see it. It does have white on the edges. That'll make it better. A little bit more drop frames, nose. Okay, try this. Ooh, some piece of chunk of something. And I can try, let me see, try to do a little bit of this. Might need to use the off-white brown. I'm trying to match my angle to the direction of the feathers, and that's kind of working. There we go, that's better. Much better, much better. And I'll go back and clean up. See, I'm just touching. Just touching. Do more on the end of the feather there. That looks good. It looks like a feather, doesn't it? Okay. All right, it feels like a chickadee. Oh my gosh. He's done. Should I do, I don't think I'm gonna do anything down here. Except for maybe just paint it grayish. Try to get some texture in there. Again, if this is going to be a competition model, I need to paint all the things. I'm going to make that darker. Thank you, Rebel Star Raider. How are you? Yeah, that looks look good. Need to get darker. That way we don't have just primer. There was somebody who entered some competition, and it came down to between like 2 people or whatever, right? And the person who had painted their base ended up winning. They painted the underside of the base. That's how close and how silly. They should have just awarded it to both people. I mean, if it's that close of a thing, can you imagine the guy who didn't paint his base because he didn't think it was going to count toward his model? I know, it's just crazy. I just hate competitions. And I'm honest about it. All right, a little bit of black underneath here. I know, I just can't even imagine what that would have felt like to lose. It was a European competition, so maybe things are different. By the way, guys, if anybody lives in the Chicagoland area or close, even in Wisconsin, and you don't have anything to do, the last weekend of October, it was like the weekend of the 25th, there is a convention I'm going to be at, and I'm going to be teaching, and there's some other really amazing teachers, like James Wapple, and we're going to be at Dragonfall Con, so that's what that is. All right, I feel like this bird is really done. Like, I'm looking and looking, and I feel like the bird is done. Like, the only thing I might do is add some little barely there highlights on this little rope. Yeah. Actually, that looks awesome. I think I'm going to keep that. Just little barely there highlights, like I said. Nice. Let's do this side. Now, you can tell that this side is very small and slender, and this side is kind of big. It's because this side I sculpted myself. and it's not that great. But hey, I tried. Pretty impressed that I got anything on it close to even looking like rope. If you ever get a chance at Adepticon to take Joe Orteza, he has a class. It's called Lose the Fear of Green Stuff, and he teaches you how to make ropes. He teaches you how to make purity seals, teardrops, what else? Gems. He teaches you how to make purity, did I say purity seals? Leaves. What else? And you get a set of tools with this class too. I mean, the class is so awesome. So, and it really will help you lose that fear of trying to sculpt your own stuff. I'm gonna look at chat in 1 second. I know that people are chatting a little bit. Oh, I like that. Yay! And there's a little bit more down here. Let's do a brighter yellow there. I'm just going in where you can't quite see her leg there. Okay. There's some more. I found more. More water is what we need. Do you think this will be? I think it will be. I'm gonna try to make this competition piece. That was the goal. It's such a either way, even if it's not a competition piece, I'm going to paint it to my absolute highest level. And I thought I could show you on stream at least what that looks like. What kind of work, what kind of hours goes into something. Now, I am not a competition painter. I just am a painter that enters competitions. That's totally different thing. Totally different thing. See, look at the detail on that rope now. Like I said, I'm not a competition painter, so I'll never put the amount of hours in it that maybe some competition painters will, or maybe I will and I just don't realize it. All right, let's paint her. Let's paint her body. I want to go kind of pale with her. She's a little fairy. We've got warm colors. So I'm not going to bring a new color onto the palette. Instead, I'm going to use what I've already got on my palette. You can see all these colors can be mixed easily to make a flesh tone. I feel for the person who didn't paint that one bit. I know, me too. So I'm going to use this brown. And I'm going to go in and paint her skin with it. And you're going to probably think, why are you doing that, Shosh? It's because it's an olivey brown. So it'll work for my olives. And it's not super green. I'm just going to get this as smooth as possible. Okay, and then on this side, I'm just going to take it one step at a time with this. If I use this brown instead of my olive, it's going to match tonally much better, right? Because we want this to be all harmonious and beautiful and in a similar, and we'll still be able to get our contrast this way as well. Let's get these little toes. You see those little toes? I'll pull this up. Okay, flip the model around. Don't try to turn the brush, just flip the model. Get the underside of the foot. And the ankle back here. All right, we got that leg. And I'm noticing I need to get a little bit more opaque on this side. Okay. Take it in sections. Looking great. Thanks, Soulless Gray. Oh yeah, we're painting. So Soulless Gray, give him a follow. He just recently started painting minis, and he's a 2D digital artist. But I can't remember if you said, are you going to be painting solely? Are you going to be painting only minis now? But welcome. He's in Australia, so it's getting late there, isn't it? No, it's in the afternoon, but you were up late, so. This is the best time if you're Australian to catch my stream, because I'm on Wednesdays from, see my little spiral that I have? Solus, I put that there, and then I kind of hold the mini over it as best as I can. I sometimes forget, but I've got an alert saying, what do you call it? Off cam or cam, so that people will tell me to get back in the center. There we go. Ooh, that's too much paint. Got a little thick there. And this toes. I love this detail. The sculpt is so perfect. Tiny little toes. The other thing, Soulless Gray is also a sculptor. So sculpts and paints, which is awesome. I'm gonna put you on the spot. All right, I think I got it. Yeah, I did. A little bit right there. All right, so we're starting with gray, or this green brown color, and we're gonna layer up later with flesh tones. So detailed. You looking. Oh, you were joking about that? Probably a bit more though. That'd be awesome. It's 9 a.m. Below says it's 9 a.m. in Australia right now. Nice and early, huh? All right. She's got these little spots on her hips that gotta get covered. Did I get this side? Nope. And yes, this model is incredibly detailed. I think it's more detailed than most of the models that I actually paint. So I would be intimidating, I think, for most people. It was intimidating for me. So do you see how I'm feathering back and forth like this? This helps me get an even coat. We broke off the top of her wings, but we're gonna come back and glue those back later after we get things right. Like this part would be difficult to paint with those wings in the way. Okay. Notice, and again, the reason why we're using this color and not a flesh color is we're going to build up to flesh, but we want everything to kind of be in that same tonal family as the bird. And this way, oh, we got to go back. What in the heck is under her? Huh. Oh, it's laces. There's like little, oh my gosh, this model is so detailed. There's a whole bunch of like lace work on her little bodice that she's wearing underneath her wings, and you can barely see it. And I was kind of trying to think about, it looks like it was almost a mistake, but it's not. It's crazy. I see a tiny mold line I gotta scratch off. Better now than later. Okay, let's see if we can paint back over that. Yeah, much better. There we go. Get her little hands. I'm trying not to paint her little outfit either, because I probably should have painted that first, to be honest, because you want to paint, well, no, take that back. The skin is, it's okay to paint the skin first, because that's the very most inner part. Right? Parts of this particular paint are a little bit sedimentary, and that's causing the paint to kind of build up in some spots. I see another mold line, very small one. Ooh, we cleaned that one right off. Good. There, okay, the body is covered. Get a little bit more coverage on this leg. And we got little bitty ears. Oh, and I see, oh, guys, mold lines in the hair are the worst. And the only way to fix them is to kind of go in, and it's almost like you're having to sculpt the hair out again. But I guarantee you some judge is going to see that and go, no, 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 no. Might be able to hide a small one with some paint, but I'm just not even going to deal with that. She's got little flowers in her hair. Oh my gosh. Yes, she does. She has lots of little flowers in her hair. She's so cute. All right, I'm gonna get her ear, her face. And I'm trying to put the least amount of paint on her face as I can, because I don't want to build that up and have a big blob or anything. There we go. All right. One little bit back here. One little bit back here. I turn it and turn it so that I can make sure I find all the spots that still have to have paint. We're going to flip it like this. Okay, see, and we're finding more spots that need paint. Oh, there's a big hole in her foot I just found. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. It's a big bubble for a hole in her foot. I might have to fill that with some Bondic. You don't even notice it unless you turn it this way. Well, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it for now. I'll fix it later. All right, Solace Gray, thank you so much. I know you were up late, so I totally understand. All right, let's take some of this orangey color right here. And we're gonna layer up some of our shadows. See how that works? Here we go. Flip it over this way. You can tell I'm in the zone because I'm not talking as much as I usually do. But we're getting a lot done. We're getting good stuff painted. Let's do this part up here. Just highlighting this brown color now with this orangey color. And we can get more and more of the same colors going through the skin as we did on the bird, and it'll all look nice together. More of that orangey. Kind of just brush over the spot between your chest because that is a shadowed area. Well, we can kind of paint that up a bit. There we go. And on her face, underneath her eyes, on her cheeks, on top of her nose. Go ahead and paint that bottom lip a little bit. Now, I'm thinking I want her to be a little pale, but I don't know if she's going to end up that way. She might end up with some color. She's pretty orange right now. Oh my gosh, I found more mold line. More mold line. Got to do something about that. Oh, let me not lean on stuff that doesn't need to be leaned on. Okay. She had a big mold line on her arm. Well, big for her size anyway. There we go. Fixed. Okay, let's look. Let's get some more of this ivory with this orange. That shall give us a peach color. And I want to thin this out because I just want to glaze it. Yeah. Pulling that up too. See how much paler that is? Pulling that up to the apex of that leg. And I can blot my brush and then I can move this paint around a little bit. So we get that. Yeah, just like that. There we go. Cute as heck. See how those colors are all going to work together now? All of a sudden, she also feels more alive. That underpainting is really important to give us that natural skin tone look. So she doesn't look like a plastic model on top of a realistic bird. That's really important. See? I think I got a mold line on top of her foot. See if I can fix that. Everything is fixable. Ooh. There we go. It does suck to, you always want to do that prep. That's one thing that hurt a lot of people at Gen Con, supposedly. Was that they had mold lines or stuff, something like that. There we go. And I'm going to blend that line so that's not crunchy. I don't want a thick line. So you see what I'm doing? Some mold lines hide until you start painting. I know, it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. And sometimes you get like a little piece of lint or something in the sculpt, and that'll do it too. Just even a little hair will do it. It'll look like a mold line even though it's not one. Okay, again, I'm highlighting. I've seen more mold lines. But she's looking cute. She's looking cute. See how I can get lighter there? Okay, let's do her face so you can see how that is going to progress. Let's do her ears, and those ears are pointy like an elf. And then I'm going to do underneath her eyes, there's like a little, almost like contouring. If you watch beauty makeup tutorials, you'll get the same idea on how to paint faces, because it's really the same thing. I'm leaving the shadows on her eyes. See, now I can paint on the top of this lip. And her bottom lip is actually jutting out a lot more than her chin is. I can go darker with her. There we go. We're going to thin this out because we don't want thick paint on her face, and we just want to spread out the paint that's there. Better. And again, that ear, pointy ear. See how she's looking? She's still not pale enough yet. At least you're not finding them when you're taking a photograph of her. Yeah, I know, that is the most frustrating thing. All right, so now I'm going to take a little yellow, and that is a really bright yellow. I'm going to take some white. I need some of this orange in here. Where's my orange? This is when we're mixing our own skin tones. So nice. You can add a lot more white to that. There we go. Bright peach now. And I'm going to put this as a highlight. See that? Kind of block in my colors here. And then I can go ahead and smooth it while it's wet and wet blend this in. Try not to make a hole in the mini. Pretty peachy. I'm not sure about that, but I think it's working. I think I want to add some rosy tones. She's very orangey right now. Let's see if I can add a little yellow. ID Visions, thank you for the raid. Welcome. How are you? We're having a slow night tonight because I lost some Blossom Frames had to reboot, and so now we're kind of in a little bit of a lull, but that's all right. How are you? How's your stream? I'm just going to take a little bit of this pink and see what happens if I add that to my flesh color that I already have going. Welcome everyone from ID Visions. Oh yeah, that's very nice. Because remember how I said how I wanted her pale? That pink is going to do it. Nice and pale. Perfect. And again, blending in to my shadows. That looks much better with that little bit of lightness. Oh, I love that. That is perfect. Let's get the ankle over here. And I'm gonna see, let's see, we need a little bit of like this coat. That's a cold pink. I don't want that. Let's add some more pink to this color and see if I can paint the bottoms of her feet almost a white. Perfect. So cute. We can go back in with our green a little bit and blend it to get that shadow. Where's my green? There we go. Now it's a really nice blend. Perfect. Now, one of the things I would do with this leg is give it a little bit of a wash of the, this is my Reichland Flesh Shade in a pen. It's still a little wet, so I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna do that just yet. I need to make sure that's dry. Good, my Friday. Well, my Friday could be better because I had some issues with my frame rates, all that, you know. But it's getting better, I think. Let's take a little bit of Carrollsberg Crimson, and I'm gonna just see what happens when I put a little bit of this on her kneecap in order to bring out her life. Watch this. She's gonna come alive when I do this. Watch. There's just a little bit of rosiness on the knee. We can blot that and take that up. And again on the toes. Actually, the whole foot could be a little bit rosy because feet get a lot of blood, right? Look at that, how that turned alive, and then a little bit back here. I'm gonna go ahead and put some all over that. That looks nice. Because she is a fairy, I'm gonna make her a little bit more rosy and fantasy, like cherubic, than I would if she were just a human. I think we're gonna emphasize stuff. Blend that in with the Carrollsberg Crimson so I don't get a line there. Do you see what that did to her knee? Doesn't it look alive now? Dinner time. All right, thanks so much. You have a good stream too. Well, I hope you had a good stream. A little bit of this pink. And I'm just going to go ahead and go on here. Try to get the lightest highlights on her. We need that orange back. See, when I add the pink, it just lightens it. Oh my goodness, my eyes are twitching, guys. I might have to, what in the heck? My eyes are twitching. I must need a little bit of a break. Give me a second here. I'm going to find a good spot to stop, and we're going to take a stretch break. Good, good. Where's that pink I need? There we go. And then my peach over the top. You know you're tired when your eyes start to wiggle. That's not a good sign. And because she is Tinkerbell, I'm not going to put a whole lot of emphasis on her cleavage, I don't think. Because that seems weird, doesn't it? She's a children's story character. Tinkerbell in the movie, in the Disney movie, was completely, I don't think she was sexualized at all. Although she did have an odd relationship with Peter Pan, didn't she? It was almost like she was his girlfriend before Wendy showed up and made her jealous. There we go. Pink. It covers a little better than that orange, I think. There we go. Look at the difference between this leg and this part. It's just not as alive, is it? When we go back with the Carolsberg, it will come alive. Okay, I'm going to try to paint each little finger. That's the trick. Oh my. This is the part that makes your eyes twitch. Get it? Twitch on your eyeballs will twitch on Twitch. All right. That's a good spot to stop, I think. What do you think? Let's give it a little bit more. A little bit more pink as well. Blend. All right, I'm gonna take a stretch break and an eye break. Let's look. Looking great? Yeah, it does look really lifelike, isn't it? It's so cute with that little bird. Just wait till we get her painted. So nice. All right, let me stretch. Let's take a little stretch break. Everybody, if you can, go ahead and try to stretch. Oh my gosh, all my shoulders just popped and my back at the same time. Did you guys hear all that? All right. Oop, I see stuff pooling real quick. Here, let's take a look, see how this is pooling. I can move that around a little bit before it makes a line. Now, we can take a little bit of like a turquoise. Let's do, that sky blue, that's not what I want. Let's do this one. This one is Caribbean blue. And just a little bit of this is not even opened. Let's open this. I had a pen earlier. Here it is. I put a little thing on the end of it so I could find it much easier because now I can sit on my desk. All right, there we go. We're gonna shake that nice. Did we lose our music? Nope, it's still playing good. I was gonna say we shouldn't lose our music because we had to start over. So, all right, with my small brush and just the tiniest amount of this thinned out a lot, we're gonna put blue in the back of her leg, right? Because this is where you're gonna cool off shadows. I can put it on the back of her thigh here a little bit. This will also go and make her look more pale as well. I like that. A little bit back here. We can do a little bit back there. Under armpits, I like to put it under armpits to cool off things down there. We can mix a little bit of it with our flesh tone too to help it blend better. And then on the back, under the armpit as well. This blue is what really helps somebody look like they're Caucasian. It's just a blue undertone. Looks real natural. I need enough water on. The trouble with small brushes is that you never quite get enough water in them because they dry quickly. Right, that's too much. So I'm going to feather that out. Now we can put this in the, there's like a elbow pit, we can put that there. This is a good model to demonstrate where shadows can go. Put a little bit in between the breasts, underneath this arm. I like to do under the chin. There's a big streak across her face I'm gonna have to fix. Let's see if I can fix that now. Get some pink. Pink right, now there's a T, kind of a T-zone. That's where your most highlights are gonna go. Right on that lip. And then under those eyes. And then we can go in with our orange, our peach, and blend that in some. Just so that that pink is the lightest. She's got a little bit of a tricky face because she's got such an overbite. Her chin is really under there. We can add a little bit of peach to her neck. On both sides, because things got a little dark down here. I do see another little mold line. think there's one on both sides actually, yep. Get both of those. Get them. Get them out. Okay, so now I can go back in with my pink, do actually some yellow. Yellow is good to show where the sunlight is. I'm doing things a little less methodically on her than I would be if I were demonstrating like just skin tones. Kind of see this is the process without really kind of thinking about it. This brush is not a good brush to be doing this with. I just found more mold lines. Almost didn't get that one. Ooh, more pink. We need more pink on that part. There we go. Pink and yellow. Yellow for the sun. There we go. Yes. That'll also make her look a little bit more pale. I'm adding a little yellow to the top of this leg where the sun is. See, because it already has that rosy color, it's going to look really natural. Now, Citizen Noel says, oh my, you're painting Patrick's little bird. That's such an awesome miniature. It's a shame the legs are so prone to breaking. We modded the legs. We put brass rod. So they are going to be good. What colors would you use to warm and cool darker skin tones? To warm and cool darker skin tones. I would use purples and blues. Dark, like purples probably. And to warm yellows and like more orangey colors, definitely. All right, I'm gonna get this Carlsberg Crimson, dot a little bit on my palette there. Now we're gonna go on her hands. Same thing I did on her feet. Hands are gonna be a little bit more ruddy. So are the elbows. And the shoulders. Places where, a little bit down here too. Places where blood is gonna collect. And yeah, there we go. So cute, so cute. Okay. That got a little too yellow for me. That's just too blue right there. I'm just adjusting each time I come back to it. Now I need to get my Reichland flesh shade here. See what happens when I put a little bit of this over her top, her chest a little bit. It's also going to make her skin a little bit more satin, which is good because skin is not matte, and I don't really want a matte skin tone. This is nice and dry now. See what happens when I put it on top of her face as well. This, I can't remember if this is the gloss or not, or if this is, no, I don't think it is. Okay. It needs to dry, and I see a little bit of a tea stain coming up, so I'm going to get in there and cover that up real quick. Where's this? There we go. Yeah, no problem. Please ask questions. Love answering questions. This is the pink, covering up that little tea stain. can also make that more of a highlight that way. So let's go in with the face now. We're going to add a little yellow to that pink, just a little bit, and we're going to highlight the forehead and under the eyes. This whole like kind of yellow zone to give it a little bit more brightness. And I gotta figure out what to do with the lips. I think we're gonna go, let's go with the natural color for the lips. So I'm gonna mix a little bit of this orange with a little bit of this yellow and this peach. We're gonna, I need a little bit of red, a little bit Carolsberg Crimson. We'll do that. And I can make her, oh, now her bottom of her chin is very yellow or very orange. I need to fix that. We'll do the pink. There we go. Blend that in. Ooh. All right, I'm definitely gonna have to paint some of her face off cam. I'm just gonna give her, I'm gonna use this. This is magenta from it's not a good magenta though. It's a very desaturated magenta. So, but we're gonna use it anyway. And I'm gonna paint those lips with, and I'm gonna get a little bit of transparent red with this too. Because I feel like it's just not, are you kidding me? Oh, it wasn't open. That makes a difference. There we go. Ooh, too much. Ah! No mas. All right. Set that aside. That's my transparent red. I just need a tiny bit of it. That red is gonna mix with that magenta. It's gonna be more magenta. Okay, let's do that on the lips. We actually need it to be darker, so I'm going to add a little bit of this purple to it. And make it like a berry color. Make it real dark at first. That's super cute. Then we can come in with this lighter peachy color on the bottom lip. I touch that up, do a little bit of, we're doing tiny little adjustments. At the corners of her mouth. And add a little bit of this pink to her cheeks. That's adorable. Now, how can we do this? We're going to do this bright pink on the bottom of her lip. There, and that will really be set off nice by the dark top lip. Because top lips should always have a dark, be a little bit darker. All right, now the black. Fill in her eyeballs. I feel like I need a loop for this part. A little bit of a loop. Oh, that's better. definitely looks like a fairy now. We're gonna let that dry. Cute as heck. Jorah's Tannersda. Is that how I, wait, Jorah Satanarsda. I know, I'm messing that up. I'm so sorry. When are you planning on having the paint along? So, just got notice from Fausto that the busts are going to be probably shipped sometime next week. So as soon as I get those busts, I will send them out to everybody, and then we'll come up with a date that we're going to do the paint along. One of the things I need to do with Mike is have a sit-down talk and really get this stream tweaked right, because there's so many things wrong with it right now and we don't know what they are. And I don't want to paint the paint along while there are problems with the stream. So yeah, so I got to do that, and that's really important to me. But I'm thinking October. It'll be in October sometime. You've done so much with this figure, this stream. I wish I could paint as fast as you. Well, yeah, I'm a little bit fast. I like to keep it interesting to me, so that's probably why. We still have that whole leg and that whole side. I always paint one side more. Isn't that funny? So I'm thinking we should make the outfit and the wings are going to be like this really soft, kind of pale green. Let's see. I'm going to do this bright yellow green. Let's see if I can get it to come out. Now maybe it will. Some of it. And I'm not sure why they get stuck like that. Or maybe dried paint. Try this again. All right, let me try. There. That, ooh, that always helps. Yes. It's kind of cool that we have gotten so much of this done in just a few streams, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to use this green, but I'm not going to do it straight. I'm going to thin it out with my yellow and make it very pale. Maybe even add a little bit of that orange to it so that it's not quite so crazy green. Yes. That is super pretty, like a little bug. You can even do a little bit more green maybe toward the end. And the bottom. Kind of like that slow blend from yellow to green. Cool. I like that. Do this side. We're going to do the same thing, yellow on the top. I should probably take some pictures, shouldn't I? Let's get that green on the ends. More green on the ends. Probably need to do a wash on this side because it's looking like it's not giving me a lot of coverage. Flip it. Can't quite reach. There we go. All right, that's good enough. Yeah, let's get that yellow in there. Ooh. I'm gonna thin it out a little bit because it's a little bit yellowy, and I need to add some of that orange to it. Then I'm gonna add my green. I really like that yellow to green look. That's pretty. Yay, thank you for the follow. Hey, Woodite, how are you? Let's do, let's see what happens when I mix this brown with this green. Is it gonna get interesting? Yeah, we can do that. A little bit more opaque. And we can add this green on the ends. Yeah, that looks good actually. Helps it look darker too. Let's do that again. That's better. We're painting Tinkerbell from Blacksmith Miniatures, and this, for the little outfit she's got, I'm going to use more of this straight up green and see what happens. Kind of mimics her wings, so that's pretty. Really, really pretty. Leafy green. Try not to get any on her outfit, or on her clothes, or on her skin rather, sorry. Gosh, so difficult. This is where I need a smaller brush instead of a big old 2. I'm painting with a 2 right now. I like that leafy color. Doing good, hope you're well. Yeah, I am. Like I said, we had some issues with the stream earlier, but hopefully I can get Mike to help me with that. Yeah, the whole weekend, maybe I can get something done with it. Okay. I like that. Looks like a new spring leaves. And we don't have this leg done, so don't worry about that yet. Gonna add a little bit of this opaque color in here. There we go. She does have a little bit of her butt sticking out right there. I will have to go back for that later. All right. All right, you get an idea of where we're going. I'm going to blend her wings into her skin a little bit. There we go. So we have that desaturated color as the base coat, and then we can go back with this bright green. I like that a lot. Okay, let me put my glasses on. How long have I been working on this? This is the second stream, and I think we've been working on her. This will be a little bit, I'd say 7 hours, because I probably worked on her Burb, yes, it's a burb. It's a burb and a fairy. A very cute fairy. So I'd say about 7 hours. And the bird is mostly done. We did the bird mostly today. I feel pretty good about the bird. Ooh. Need that orangey color. There we go, for my flesh color. We've been mixing our own skin tones in this too. So that's been a challenge. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of kind of eyeballing it, seeing what it needs. We haven't used really any flesh colors that weren't mixed, right? All right, now we can go back over to this side. Mix this side better. We put a little bit of that Reichland flesh shade on it, and that kind of made everything a little bit satiny. So now we're gonna have to go back and kind of mattify it a little bit with the paint. Very cool, yeah. I'm very happy with this bird. That's probably the thing I'm the most happy about. We broke off her wings. We're gonna put those back on later. I feel like we should put a little blue in here to contrast all of these warm colors. Let's see what happens when we put a little blue in these wings. I like that. Makes it feel even more like leaves. I like that a lot. Just that little tiny hint of blue is really pretty. Let's do it on this side. And add some green to that so that doesn't look too bright. See how I use the side of my brush? Kind of drag it along the edges so that, there we go. Add a little bit more blue to this bottom half. Very pretty. Blue is a shadow color for me for skin tones. So we can go in here and shade. She does have a little bit of a butt back here. I don't know if I can reach it. I'm going to end up painting over that little bell. Come on, this is tricky right here. And we have to decide. Sorry about that. Tell me to get back on camera. So we approach this kind of like a canvas painting. That's how I do skin tones. And we just adjust and adjust until we get to the right temperatures. Okay. Take a look at chat. Hey Evan, how's it going? We're working on Tinkerbell. I think we need to do something with her hair. Let's do kind of a blonde, a dirty blonde. See what happens. We can make it. I forgot she's got little flowers in her hair that I gotta get. I need to pay attention really closely to what's hair and what's not. A little bit more of this. This is the Dubai brown, and we're using this as a base for our blonde hair, which we'll highlight up to yellowish blonde, regular blonde color. Although I kind of am digging that dirty blonde a lot. She's got the cutest little haircut. She's got 2 flowers on this side and 1 flower on the other side. What you been doing, Evan? All right, let's get this. She's got a very curly Q piece of hair coming up there. There we go. And then this little, it's like her bangs are put into a knot, top knot. All right, that's good. Gotta let that dry and make sure I got everything painted too. I don't have it all painted. All right, little pink flowers. Little pink flowers. We're gonna start with the light pink and then we're gonna go over it if it's not light enough. Oh, this bird is leaning because I'm leaning on the bird. Cute as heck. Let's add a little bit more actual pink to that, so that's a little bit light. Yes. Nice bright pink. I think it worked better with the light on the bottom, and then we can paint the bright pink over that. Okay, let me look at chat again. Ooh. Skin tones are interesting, and by that I mean I don't really understand what I'm doing with them, so I just play with colors until I stop disliking it. Yes. Yes, that's a good way to describe it, Evan. Except with cell shade style, super easy on skin tones. Only just got inside, was out sanding a box I'm going to use to hold minis. I just realized I forgot to hold the shelf inserts. Oh, you got to build the shelf inserts. Now you want to take some time to paint and think how you're going to set up the shelves. Probably magnets. Yes, that sounds awesome. All right, so this pink I'm not feeling. So what am I going to do? That's all right. I'm going to go back now and do this color. This is the lighter yellow. This has kind of got more golden in it. I'm just going to, I'm going to highlight it as if it's like non-metallic metal. Okay. So the tips of the hair for sure, the little sideburn thing here. That's cute as heck. The little ponytail here. Like I said, kind of treat it like non-metallic metal a little bit, just where the apexes of the, there we go. edges. Now, oh my gosh, she's so cute now. Good. Okay, now we're going to go lighter. We're going to go into the pastel yellow. We need more white in that. There we go. Pastel. See that? That's going to help it look shiny. And again, hit all of those little blonde tips with a P. I know what you're thinking. All right, there, and the ends here too. That light yellow on the wings. All right, I'm going to check chat in a second. I know you guys are probably saying stuff. This is almost a little bit of a dry brush right there because that is so crunchy. And this part, again, you want to think of that. Where is the highlights on that? Where is the shine? Okay. Lastly, that looks good, that looks good. Let's do these little bits. Lastly, white. To make it look like it's even shinier. Putting a little bit on the ends of those little pieces of hair. It's real, you know, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Okay, I gotta get back in here. And then she's got another little piece of hair right there. There. What do you think? I like it. Let's do yellow on the edges of her outfit for a little contrast. I need to thin that out, the yellow on there, on her breast right there. Cute as heck, cute as heck. All right, I don't know why I'm leaving that leg. I just don't want to paint it right now. I'm kind of like, let's have a brown leg. But her hair is super cute. And we should probably go a little bit pinker on the little flower here. Oh, bird, don't lean on me. There we go, that's better. And let's do this little ponytail thing pink as well. I mean, we can always change it to green if we need to, but I think having a little more pink in places would be sweet. And I do have the rest of her hair from the top knot that I had to resculpt, because this actually broke off right there. And I forgot, there's a little tiny dot right in the middle of that flower and in the middle of this flower. Crazy. Let's do this brighter pink. Let's do it almost a red. No, let's make it less red. That's better. Too cute. This is the kind of model that I could paint all day, all the time. We haven't done her eyes. We haven't finished her face. We've got a lot of her hair done. Thank you, guys. Take care, Woodite. Actually, I do think it is. We are over time, so I'm going to go ahead and set her aside, and we're gonna look for someone else to host and everything. Okay, let's look. That was a rough stream for me, guys. We're dropping frames as we speak. We're going to look for somebody to host here. Maybe next time, by the time Mike and I work on this over the weekend, we can get everything sorted out. That's my hope. All right, let's see. Who is on? We have... We got Creature Caster. Let's go ahead and raid Creature Caster. Looks like maybe they might have just started. I can't quite tell. Looks like they're painting some Creature Caster as we speak. All right, cut. Yeah, I will send out. I will definitely put photographs out. I'll be taking pictures of it and stuff. There we go. Thank you for subscribing, Rainer. I appreciate that. Oop. Yep, we're gonna raid Creature Caster. Mad love, come back on Monday. Hopes that we got everything sorted out, and I will see you guys later. All right? Did it work? Did we raid yet? I don't think it raided. Try again. All right, let's see that. Did that work? No. Okay. Now we're having problems raiding. I did that and it didn't quite work. Slash raid? That didn't work last time. Oh, it already is in progress. All right, we're good. We're good, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.